All right, let's go ahead and kick off with the Seattle Seahawks. We predicted to finish third here. I think the general assessment here, we think the defense is going to take a step back, right?
Oh, yeah. I agree. Yep.
I think a leap back, not just a step, a leap.
It's going to fall down a cliff.
There we were running on one of those little bungee cords that you train on, and they hit the end of it, and it's just going to get yanked straight back. They might fall over if they don't keep their feet under them.
All right, do you feel similar about that, Travis?
Oh, for sure. And I think the offense takes a step back, too.
All right, well, let's kick it off then with Russell Wilson, who kind of runs this entire offense. Travis, where do you have him in your rankings if you're thinking they're going to take a step back?
Oh, well, man, I love Russell Wilson. In redraft, man, I'd probably, I mean, he's still definitely top 5. I'd probably have him in that 3 range.
So behind Brady and Rodgers?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have redraft rankings. I'm more of a dynasty guy, but
Well, what's he ranked in dynasty for you?
For your Superflex rankings, which quarterback is he?
He's 2.
Well, that's where we got him.
Yep.
For Superflex dynasty, he's 2.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. He was second in points per game last year at 25.7, only behind Deshaun Watson's short run. He's the third quarterback going off the board. He's 6.01 in ADP, though. The top 2 guys, Watson and Rodgers, are going in the 4th.
Fucking Watson.
How the hell is Watson all the way
Watson
up
was
there?
a third-round pick for like a week and a half in ADP. It was insane.
That makes me sick. Makes me legitimately sick to my stomach. I'm not going to go into that rant again.
We'll save that for the AFC South.
Yeah.
Next week.
It'll be the same one that anybody that listens to the show has heard 17 times already.
Okay, they're probably just greatest hits for you at this point.
They are.
You just got to roll them out every couple shows.
This is actually not Hopper talking. This is just his greatest hits album on repeat.
It's a pre-recorded drop. It's my mixtape, and it's fire.
And we're just recording over it.
He is my QB too, and I think with how bad this defense is going to be, and just with the increase of the opponents he gets to play, most of them have good offenses. I think he's going to be in for another nice season.
Yep, I love shootout Russell Wilson. He's amazing.
I also love shootout Russell Wilson.
I love when he runs
probably
around.
My favorite player to watch.
He is.
Oh, he is.
He's so frustrating,
much fun.
but he's also fun.
He had like worse talent last year, ish kind of, especially outside the 20s, because you know how bad Graham is outside the 20s. So, and we get to see maybe a Darbo.
All right. Well, before we get to the receiving group, let's go ahead and hit up this running game. They draft Rashaad Penny in the first round for some reason.
Right.
What do you guys have him in your redraft rankings this year?
25. You know where he's going? 311.
17th running back off the board.
Hold on.
It's insane. That's because of Pete Carroll, who is the Hall of Fame coach speak. So the fact that he's getting hyped up to be a 3-down back.
24.
This is really hard for me because in Dynasty, especially in rookie drafts, I'm not touching Rashaad Penny. I don't believe that he's going to be a long-term top Dynasty, running back asset. But in redraft, man, it's really hard to make an argument against the volume.
Yep.
And that's really what it comes down to for me is I really think they're going to feed the crap out of the ball to this guy.
I could see him doing that, but I'm also concerned the fact that Carson, Procise, Davis, all these guys are still there.
They're all just a guy, though, and that's the thing. They're all just a guy.
So is Penny.
That's what I'm saying. If you
combine
the draft capital for all of those other guys, you still wouldn't have Rashaad Penny.
You're right. I mean, if a running back is going to take this and actually be a workhorse, Penny is the guy. But I'm still just a little concerned.
They wanted to take him at what their first pick, like before they traded it down. Like they wanted him at pick 15 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
So they're in love with him.
Don't get it. The team's run about 100 less times per season since Marshawn Lynch left, and the defense is depleted, so they're not going to be able to ground and pound like they want to. So, I mean, volume arguments, sure, they can be there, but it's still not going to be exceptional volume, I don't think, because I don't think that they're going to be in a position to run the ball as much as they want to run the ball.
Yeah, I agree. I got him at 22nd in my ranking, so he's more of a fifth
I'm
rounder
the lowest
for me.
on him. I love it.
So he's probably like I'd like to take him in the early 5th round, and he's going late 3rd.
I'm not going to own him at that spot at all.
Someone else can roll guys. I own him in a dynasty league because for some reason he fell to 110 in a rookie draft that was one quarterback, so I own him.
I wouldn't be shocked if he busts this year at all. because of what you guys said with Chris Carson and CJ Pro. They love CJ Procise.
Yeah, they do. And as long as he stays healthy.
I love CJ Procise.
Well, that's a good transition then. Let's go ahead and talk about Chris Carson and CJ Procise. Which one are you putting your money on if you have to take a secondary back here?
CJ Procise, as long as he's not in the infirmary.
So by training camp, we'll no longer be on CJ Procise.
Depends, is he hurt or not?
But that's what I'm... Nah, never mind. Travis, what do you think of these two?
Procise and Carson, not me and Dan.
Sorry. Man, do I want... I don't know. I mean, we're talking redraft here. I'm not probably going to draft either.
I mean, we're assuming like super deep leagues where you start taking these type of dart throws.
I love CJ Procise, but I'll probably take Chris Carson.
I was going to say, anytime we ask something like that, it's like, yeah, I don't want either of them. It's a gun to your head decision.
Yes. You have no choice. Pick one.
That's tough. I mean, in Dynasty, if I had to pick between the two, I'm taking Procise still.
Yeah.
I definitely agree in Dynasty. In redraft, half point or full point PPR, I'm still probably going Procise too, just because I think he'll still have a role, even with Penny there, if he's healthy, where Carson, I think, is more going to be a Penny handcuff.
Yep.
What about the prolific J.D. McKissick, though, Nick?
I like McKissick,
Oh, Jesus.
but he's blocked.
Not anymore.
You know what JD
Yeah.
stands for? Just don't.
Aw.
That's good. I thought you were going to go with just a dude.
Oh, that would have worked also. I actually like that more. It's a lot more hip,
Either way.
a lot cooler.
All right. Well, we don't need to talk about just a dude McKissick. Let's move on. Doug Baldwin. Where do you guys have him in your rankings this season?
Wide receiver 11.
Yeah, where did I initially have him? He'll be higher than what this is, though. And I originally had him at wide receiver. Wait for it. I can scroll up. Wait for it.
Jesus, all the suspense.
This makes terrible podcasting.
Jesus.
Travis, where do you got Baldwin sitting at, or where are you thinking of taking him?
Yeah, I think I love Doug Baldwin. I have every year for the last three years, basically, but I've got him probably in that 10 to 14 range.
I would like to take the time to address a common misconception, by the way.
Oh?
First off,
Okay.
I know that Doug Baldwin's a virtual lock for a ton of targets. Graham vacated 96 of them. He's going to get his. There's some people out there that says Marty Schottenheimer offense doesn't love wide receivers, and that he's never had a wide receiver one. Well, when you look at those rosters, his top target getters consisted of such prolific wide receivers as Chris Givens, Jericho Cotchery, Jeremy Curley,
Oh, God.
who always does it somehow, Braylon Edwards,
Oh, Braylon
and
Edwards.
the corpse of Santonio Holmes.
And the corpse of Braylon Edwards.
So for every...
Hey, I've heard of all those guys.
Yes, I know all those names,
Oh.
unlike some of the lists you've done.
Yeah, no, I've heard all of them. This isn't a stop me when you've heard somebody. This is, okay, tell me why those guys weren't wide receiver ones in fantasy
No
football.
shit.
I mean, Doug Baldwin's been a wide receiver one consistently year in, year out. And yes, I get the knock on Schottenheimer, but at the same time, when you don't have a guy that's talented enough to be a fantasy wide receiver one, I don't care if you're freaking Sean McVay running the offense or Kyle Shanahan as the offensive coordinator. You're not going to make him a wide receiver one.
I mean, they could literally not implement a passing game and just tell Wilson that this is a passing play, just go run something.
And he'll do it.
And Baldwin would still finish as a top 15 wide receiver.
We've seen it.
With Graham gone and the defense depleted, I honestly think that Doug Baldwin's probably in for a career year. More throwing, more red zone opportunity. I feel great about Doug Baldwin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my 10. He's just after my top 9 elite tier. He's the next guy by himself.
I moved Cooper ahead of him just when I was doing my Cooper diving.
Oh, he'll definitely be ahead of Cooper.
That'll
for
be a
me.
fun discussion
They're one
on
part.
Wednesday's episode.
Yeah, Wednesdays.
Okay, anything else? What do you guys think of Lockett?
No.
Just no.
Just no. I don't want it. I think that Brandon Marshall benefits from the vacated Jimmy Graham targets and is the other primary red zone target. Lockett's never been consistent. He flashes. Good luck at guessing when that's going to happen. I still like Darbo if I'm putting my money on somebody being a consistent third receiver here.
Yeah, I'm with you
Man,
guys. I don't like him that much.
I don't want a third receiver in this offense because they've never produced a third wide receiver.
He'll get his chance
They've
at
never
least.
really
kind
produced
of.
a second.
No, they haven't. But with Jimmy Graham gone,
Getting the tight end, yeah.
I don't think that they produce a second in this one either, by the way. I think Brandon Marshall's probably a 4. at best.
Yeah.
But
Lockett's got the upside, but I mean, just the odds of him actually hitting to the point where he is a consistent flex option for you, I think are pretty low.
Well, does this help at all? He's going 13.06.
no.
All right.
Well, I mean, I don't expect him to go much higher, anyways.
No, it doesn't. Give me Tanner McAvoy.
All right. And then any other, are you taking a dart throw on Darbo or anything in a super deep league?
Yes.
He's watch.
I'll take
list for
Darbo
me.
at 1306.
Okay. And just plan on churning it immediately when he does
redraft?
nothing?
I still take Lockett ahead of him, but
I would too.
I
I would definitely watch list Darbo because we like him here.
All right. And then
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Travis
go
wants
ahead.
to say something, Nick. God damn
I'm
it.
sorry. Darbo's borderline rosterable in Dynasty, in my opinion.
Oh.
I'm not touching him in redraft at all.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't either. I was being a little bit facetious towards my hate of Tyler Lockett, which is something I like to do.
All right. And
Fair enough.
to wrap up the Seahawks here, I would probably get shanked if I didn't mention your favorite tight end.
Nick freaking Vannett. And it turns out I
How
am
the
not.
fuck did this happen?
I was looking at the roster. I was looking at sizes. I was looking for anything I liked for a potential breakout, and I just was like, "Yep, give me that guy." And I tweeted it out, and
Yeah,
all of
you
a sudden,
did.
I've got like 7 people in the comments on that that are like, "Yeah, I'm on that hype train too, so I'm not alone." I'm gonna give the edge to him. He's only 24. He's a big-bodied guy. Dixon's never really been much of a threat as a receiver. Disley's more of
He's a blocker.
a blocker. They haven't signed a Jimmy Graham replacement, and Nick Vannett, at least in size, is close to Jimmy Graham. And he, per player profiler, has 106% catchable target rate. So
we joked about that when we read that.
I don't know how that works, but he's had more catchable targets than he's had balls thrown to him. So give me that guy all day.
the correct
so
answer
I
is
actually-
nobody here. But go ahead,
I
Travis.
really, really like Nick Vannett.
Yes, it grows.
And so we were in a Dynasty auction startup together, and I was down to like my last couple bucks, and I threw Nick Vannett out
Love it.
in this 2 tight end league, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get him for $1. And somebody outbid me for $2, and I've never been more upset about something in my entire life.
Yeah,
I could not bid 3, and I was pissed.
I wish I had-
lost Nick Vannett.
I wish I had done this deep dive into Seattle before we did that draft because I had enough money at the end of it to
No.
where I could have got him.
Vannett was a guy I had starred as this is going to be a $1 player for me at the end of this draft. And then that happened, and I went, son of a bitch.
I'm
why?
a little sad that I didn't get to see it.
And dude, I actually went and offered that guy a 3rd round pick, and he wouldn't give him to me.
There it is. Hype train. It's
Let's start it.
leaving the state. It's already going.
Well, no,
Yeah.
we
Wave
started. We
Wave
started.
goodbye.
It. You gotta
All that
You gotta
being
roll it
said,
down.
We're not drafting him in redraft, are we?
We're not drafting any of these tight ends. in the draft.
He's another one of those. So I have my philosophy towards redraft this year, if you haven't heard it yet, is that I think if you don't get the first 8 to 9 guys or one of them, that you just wait till the very end of your draft. You pick 2 guys and then wait to see you can pick up on the waiver wire and stream.
Yeah, and hope you hit.
Yep. Nick Vannett would strongly be.
Vince McDonald.
Yeah. No. Nick Vannett would strongly be in consideration for one of those 2 late round flyers, and I'm like, okay, give me him, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, he's on the list with guys like OJ Howard and Njoku, a lot of the rookies from last year, Shaheen, those type of guys. Ebron, Doyle,
Michael Roberts.
Yeah, Michael Roberts.
I would rather just draft somebody else and then pick him up.
That would work too.
I mean, no one's gonna draft him unless all 4 of us are in the league.
Oh, we're gonna get this hype train going so fast and so hard that he's gonna jump up into the 8th round.
Yep. Next week he'll show up on FF.
And then once he blows up, we'll get all the mentions.